Look, for me, I think what's very important is to look at why content is working and trying to replicate that.
Mhm.
Because I see a lot of people posting stuff that they know is not going to work. They've posted 50 times, they haven't gotten any great views from that. It doesn't mean that the content is bad. I know that the videos I did on the beach with the girls aren't bad. They're just not performing well on TikTok for whatever reason. Maybe kids don't like looking at girls in bikinis, right? That could be a reason. So,
Mhm.
so I mean, I think it's just important to realize, like, I thought this video was good, but I know my audience doesn't watch this kind of thing. And I know people will always say, like, but post what you want to post. Now, I agree with that, but I mean, that comes down to um, doing a job that you want to do, right? There's still going to be elements of going the extra mile that's maybe a little going off the route of exactly what you want to do. For instance, I want to do magic. I want to grow millions of followers doing magic and get views doing it and performing at events and doing brand deals. I enjoy that. But if I'm doing a video at home, doing a magic trick, which I really would rather do than actually go out in public, get like 10 people to react to a video, where do you draw the line of doing what you want to do? You know what I mean? So I am overall doing what I want to do, but I'm also very closely paying attention to what my audience is actually watching. And that's when I noticed, like, having a background reaction works very well. Those videos blow up. It trashes anything else I do.
Mhm.
And I found ways to just incorporate the tricks I want to do, to still be in it, to make it cool, to make it modern. So I would say the first thing I would say is the reason I have noticed, sometimes you post something on Instagram, it gets a lot of views. On TikTok, nothing. On TikTok, this one might blow up. On Shorts, this one might, and this one might do terrible on TikTok. What I say to that is that should be proof to anyone who wants to give up, that your video is not bad. It's just not working on this platform, right? Maybe it's the age difference. Maybe it wasn't distributed to the right 1,000 people the first time, because these are actual people. They're not robots. A lot of people would say, "Oh, my views are down," and then it's like, okay, but it's not robots. It's not like this thing that just gives you views. Your
Not
content could be the best.
necessarily bad. It is possible.
Yeah,
Not
yes.
necessarily bad. It's possible it's bad, but with time that improves anyways. But I get your point.
Yeah,
That
very true. And it's like, I've had times when I was posting my best content and it wasn't getting views, and I would question it. I still don't know why that happens, right?
Mhm.
But what I do know is paying attention to what works allows you to really grab that. And if I see something work, like the background reactions, I know I'm going to make 50 videos that is just that,
Mhm.
right? Um, and I think sometimes a lot, what people should understand, it, which is my opinion, is posting a lot actually works. But the problem is, you have to try to keep it good. You have to have the intention of thinking this is going to be a good viral video, and then you need to be prepared to take it if it doesn't do well. Because I've seen, this has happened to my girlfriend, this has happened to a lot of my friends. They post 30 videos and then one actually gets 1 million views, right? And then I say to them, remember the 30 videos you posted to get that. Because the next time you post a video that only gets 100 views, remember that it's all about that consistency that got you that million. It wasn't the one video that got the million. It was because you were posting every day that you were able to hit the right time, the right video. So I think that's the way I handle it. It is very strange when something performs well on a different platform. I can't remember what the part two of your question was, but go ahead.
No, but that is got to be probably one of the most healthiest perspectives I've heard on the balance between doing what you want to do on a macro level and then in the nitty gritty paying attention and having to be dragged into things that might be tedious, that might feel a little less desirable, but they're serving a greater goal of doing the thing you want to be doing, right? And I'm sure with writing it comes up
Yeah,
too.
no, we just had a conversation about that with the podcast. We like some of our best performing videos are ones that are like pretty politically charged.
Mhm.
Hmm.
And it's kind of like yucky, it's not so fun. But
Well, I like it. But
yeah,
this one
yeah,
had
but
this.
no, but I know we're talking about whether or not that's just part of the gig, or we should focus on just doing things that like we're very proud of and very happy that are out there. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's exactly what you're talking about, but it's something that we deal with like
What
week to week for
But
sure.
I think it's just the idea of like there are things like, ugh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do this. There's the gig you want to play, and then there's carrying all your equipment and packing up and doing certain things. Or parts of parts of an endeavor that are very not desirable. But if the overall goal is to be doing magic or doing comedy or making music or writing screenplays, the uncomfortable parts of it that you don't want to be doing, the things that you think are making compromises, are really just you being adaptable to succeed in your endeavor.
I
Yes.
guess what I'm saying is, if people started watching your channel just to see girls on the beach, that wouldn't you might say, okay, maybe I should
I hear
rethink
you.
this thing.
Mhm.
Like,
Yes.
but that's allowing you to focus on the magic. So it's a little bit different.
I
than
think,
what I'm
and I
saying.
think what Michael's speaking to, and one thing to watch out for is not to be captured by your success and say, now I'm a slave to the whatever video went
Yes.
viral, and my channel has to be that. And I'm so scared of other videos not performing well. To your point about the 30 that didn't perform well in that space, that allows you to also be open-minded to the idea that there's another 30 videos in another, it made a different way that could lead to a different area. And I've found that too with different bits, where you don't want to wake up thinking, okay, like you were saying, how am I going to do a video where there's an audience reaction? These are the rules now to my content, you know?
Yeah, no, I agree. Because you have to be able to find a way to take the content you want to make and have that go viral.
Mm-hmm.
That is the key.
Right.
I think where I draw the line is, I know that there are people who wanted to make videos where this was back when TikTok was more like Musical.ly. So, they were acting out movie scenes and they enjoyed that. That was fun. They wanted to be, let's say, an actor, right? And then one day they painted their face like it's this creepy thing or something, and that video blows up. And they go back to their regular content. The videos don't do well. They do another one with paint. It blows up again. And suddenly this person becomes the face painted guy on TikTok, right?
Right.
That is not the way that I would recommend going. That is not the way that I want to go. So for me, I found a way to continue to do what I think are cool magic tricks. And I think that my videos actually look cooler now because there's more people rather than one girl in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I've kind of taken away that element where there has to be a pretty girl in every single video. Because you do not want that. You do not want people to look at it that way. But I think at the time, I gave it a temporary, I kind of capitalized on it
Mm-hmm.
momentarily while it was a big thing. And I think that has led me to now be able to do more of what I want to do. I see a lot of people on TikTok, they say, yo, I posted videos that I didn't want to post for years, and that's the worst thing I could have done. Now I post videos that I want to post, and I'm like, okay, but you still got 10 million followers from doing that. It's like, then start a new TikTok and see if anyone wants to listen out to the gym advice or something. I mean, when you look at someone like Ariana Grande, she didn't start doing exactly what she wanted. She had to dye her hair and talk in this weird voice on a kid show, right? It's not necessarily that she hated that. Certainly not something she wanted to do, but she followed that for a moment to get to one of, if not the biggest star in the world. I mean, we could say the same about Miley Cyrus when she was Hannah Montana, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that it's like you said earlier, it's not necessary. You don't want to sell your soul. You don't want to just become this person that you wake up, how can I make content for my audience, and something that I don't really want to do. But I think there has to be a balance. I think a lot of people either want to just make the content they want to make, or they completely give over and become whatever the audience wants. And I think there is a balance, because
you need
as
to be
you said,
water. You got to be water.
Yeah,
be malleable to get through it.
As you said, if you're performing, I wanted to do magic as a career, but I certainly didn't want to do the same card trick 10 times in a row or 100 times in a row for 3 hours, right?
Yeah.
But that's sometimes what comes with the gig. If someone really likes a trick, they're going to call over the boss. They're going to be like, show him too. They're going to call over someone else, show him too.
Sure.
It might be on my dad's birthday, right? Which is, I enjoy doing magic, but I don't want to be there if I could be at my dad's birthday. So there's always a bit of compromise.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for some reason in content, people think they have to always do something. If they don't feel it, they're going to quit. You might not feel it, but just kind of try and find that way.